Alright, good afternoon. This is Alden Morris. We are starting our 13th episode of our second season of TACTALK. So, one of the things I want to get jumped into right away here is the topic on I-1639. Now, if you're from Washington and if you're a firearms owner, you're very well informed of I-1639. Or if not, then you have a lot more education to conduct upon yourself. Quit asking questions, quit going to shops. Do the information yourself because you're not going to get the same information substantially put as you would if you just did the research yourself and could cross-reference research yourself. So, two more sheriffs in Washington State say they will not enforce I-1639. Boston County Sheriff Jerry Hatcher wrote in a letter that I-1639 as written is non-enforceable, while Adams County Sheriff Dale Wagner wrote that it appears to violate the Second Amendment. Spokane, Washington. Two more Washington sheriffs have announced they will not enforce Initiative 1639, which places stiff requirements on the sale and ownership of semi-automatic rifles. Benton County Sheriff Jerry Hatcher wrote in a letter that I-1639 as written is non-enforceable, while Adams County Sheriff Dale Wagner wrote that it appears to violate the Second Amendment. It's a whole different article first. Benton County is located in south central Washington and includes the cities of Richland and Kennewick. Initiative 1639, approved in November, raises the age to purchase a semi-automatic rifle from 18 to 21, calls for enhanced background checks, and requires buyers to complete a firearm safety course. Let me interject there. Define a Firearm Safety Act course, by all means, because if one little course is something that's all you're going to need to qualify, then I qualify 20 times over, 50 times over, 1,000 times over. And many of the people that I associate myself with that own firearms do as well. This initiative also holds gun owners accountable if someone uses their firearm to harm themselves or others. Again, this is not America anymore. When you take my gun and kill yourself with it, I'm apparently held accountable because you decided to commit suicide. Well, I don't know. Let's take the automobiles that people decide to drink and drive in and commit atrocious crimes with, or atrocities, I should say, and let's hold the vehicle manufacturers liable. Make sense? The post reads, upon being sworn in as the Adams County Sheriff, I have sworn to uphold the United States Constitution as well as the Washington State Constitution to the best of my ability. I have a duty to serve those in my community and protect their rights under the Constitution. As of now, I-1639 appears to violate the Second Amendment of the Constitution of the United States. Let it be known that I, the Sheriff of Adams County, Washington, and those employed by my office will not enforce I-1639 as it is currently written. I support and I agree with the other sheriffs from across the state that have taken similar action. Those who live and reside in Adams County have made this very clear in how we voted this last election with an overwhelming percentage against I-1639. Hatcher wrote a letter on Wednesday that he posted to the sheriff's office Facebook page. The full letter reads, and if you'll give me a moment. As sheriff of Benton County, I feel it is my duty to address the concerns brought to me by the citizens of this great country regarding Initiative 1639. Let me be clear, I have worked closely with all the chiefs and sheriffs in Benton and Franklin counties and the Benton County prosecuting attorney on I-1639. We unanimously feel, without clarification, the initiative is written as non-enforceable. In addition, I stand with the other sheriffs across the state in opposing I-1639. As your sheriff, I have sworn to uphold the United States Constitution and the Washington State Constitution. Therefore, until the legality of I-1639 is resolved, I have instructed my deputies to take no enforcement action as it pertains to I-1639. Deputies will document such matters, however, they will take no enforcement actions. Wagner and Hatcher joined the Lewis County Sheriff's Office and the Republic Police Chief Lauren Culp, who announced shortly after the November election that they wouldn't enforce the new law as well. In November, Culp proposed that his jurisdiction became a Second Amendment sanctuary city on the police department's Facebook page. Culp said the proposed legislation would prevent federal and state infringement on the right to keep and bear arms, nullifying all federal and state acts in violation of the Second Amendment to the Constitution of the United States and Article 1, Section 24 of the Washington State Constitution. Now, I do have a copy of the Washington State Constitution, so we can confirm that. The term sanctuary city often describes a local government that does not use its own resources, such as local police departments, to enforce federal immigration laws. Spokane City Council member Breanne Beggs, who is a lawyer and previously served as an executive director of the Center for Justice Civil Rights firm, said it's an accepted legal principle that the law enforcement use their own judgment to enforce laws. So, article goes on from there. We're already 5 minutes into our first segment. I don't want to take it too long today. But yes, we have a growing support of top high-ranking officials when it comes to law enforcement refusing to enforce Initiative 1639. So keep up the great work. I want to hear more of it. Call to actions are actually coming in. Make sure you call your senators, call your representatives, harass them, remind them they work on your dime, not their own. Remind them they're elected officials, not appointed. And let's get the ball rolling again. Let's get the raw boat going again on this. So, we'll be right back after the short commercial break. Thank you for listening to TACTALK. Bees Combat Systems at beescombatsystems.com, protecting those who prepare. 801-987-0893 for custom body armor carriers and tactical gear for military, law enforcement, contractors, corporate security, responsible citizens, and border patrol. Bees Combat Systems at beescombatsystems.com. 801-987-0893. Alright, welcome back to our second segment of our 13th episode, second season of TACTALK. I'm your host, Walt Morris. So I do want to talk about one thing real quick, briefly, then I'm going to play a video, guys, for you, and then I'm going to end the show. It's about here in Washington State under Initiative 1639, how those under 21 are not able to purchase a firearm, long rifle, whatever, that they've actually changed the laws from 18 to 21. Now I'm going to play a short clip for you from a video here on YouTube, Private Sector Arms. So go ahead and take a listen.
Hey, good morning. Welcome to the private sector. Anything I can show you? Hi, good morning to you too. I'd like to see that one right there. Perfect choice. This here is a Rock Island. Brand new VR80. This is a 12 gauge shotgun. You got the thumb hole stock, so it's legal but shoots faster. You got the extended thingy and the what's it's down here. You get at least 2 of these 5-round magazines. Look at that. It's even got a faux silencer. You got all of these. What is that, a choke, something? Very nice. Flip-up sights. I think you made a wise choice. Yeah, that's nice and all. But I think I'm ready for that Browning. The Browning? Really? That's an assault rifle. How old are you, son? 19, going on 20, sir. Well, this here is a Browning 22 Auto. Semi-automatic, made 107 years ago by design. 107-year-old technology right here. But you, sir, cannot be trusted because you're not 21 years old. How come you can't sell me that, but you can sell me that Spawn of Satan shotgun? It's called I-1639. Apparently, you can be old enough to die for your country, but you can't be trusted with your grandpa's 22 long rifle. Welcome to Washington, Patriot.
So I apologize if that volume was a little low there. But yeah, that's kind of the gist of this whole Initiative 1639. Now, what I want to do is stress that law enforcement officers are not enforcing Initiative 1639. However, law enforcement aren't the all power of the state. Unfortunately, they're constricted to other things such as federal law, things like that, higher authorities. But like I said, you heard the description in your video. That 107-year-old rifle that's considered a semi-automatic firearm under the definition of Initiative 1639 disqualifies anyone under the age of 21 to be able to buy or purchase that type of firearm. So I can't tell you how many weapons I have that, like my J.C. Higgins 1912 22 long rifle bolt action, for example. It's over 100 years old, and I couldn't. Well, that one I guess I could sell because it's a bolt action. But anything with a reciprocating charging handle that feeds one round into the replacement round after that round has been ejected by auto feeder is just, the whole thing's stupid. The whole bill is just flipping stupid. So I'm gonna keep this segment really short. I am under the weather today, so that is your reasoning, and I will try to be back tomorrow, Thursday. However, this weekend's looking a little tough. We got Super Bowl Sunday coming up. It means a lot of drinking, a lot of smoking, a lot of booze going on, and I'm looking forward to it. So, you guys have a great weekend. If I do miss the whole weekend, I'll be back the day after Super Bowl Sunday, unless something crazy happens in the world in which calls for a TACTALK show. So, again, I'm still scheduling all my guests. That's getting to be a pain in the ass now, but nevertheless, we're in contact and we're scheduling with them. So, you guys, thanks for listening. You are what makes this show possible. Thank you. Have a good day.